CFRC for having us. We are a business venture. We're a 5-piece band. We've got Aaliyah here on the lead guitar beside me, Nalin on the drums, Kate on the bass, and Grace on keys. And I play rhythm guitar and I sing. My name is Jess. This is Business Venture. Here's Season of the Witch. Business Venture.
And you're listening
to CFRC.
Okay,
101.9 FM.
2, 1. Hello, you're tuned in to CFRC Live Sessions. My name's Rue, and I'm very excited. I'm here with Business Venture today. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello. Now, you guys are one of the many Queen student bands that we've been seeing of late. Let's get your introductions. You did do a really cool introduction at the beginning, a musical introduction where we got all of your names and the instruments you play. But let's introduce the band. So who are you guys? What do you sound like?
I guess we can go over our names again as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jess.
I'm Aaliyah.
Where's our mic? Thanks. Well, I'm Nalin.
And I'm Grace.
And I'm Kate.
We are Business Venture. We've been playing together since December 2023.
Yeah, since December.
How would you describe our genre? What do we play?
Indie rock.
Yeah.
We try to get a little jazzy now and then. Yeah.
I heard that. You get cute.
Yeah, we get cute.
I want that in just so I thought I'd mention it again because Aaliyah wasn't on her mic. But I mean, you guys, your lore. There's so much business venture lore that I want to start by just taking people through how you got the band name, and because we've got video which people can find if they look at our live session online, CFRC live sessions on YouTube, they'll be able to see the visual lore behind it. So let's talk about that. How did you get your name?
Yeah, we can zoom up on my really gross phone case that has the little fortune that says you are capable of building a thriving business venture. So yeah, it all started one night. Kate and I had a little jam together, just the two of us.
We did.
After an album club meeting. Check out Queen's Album Club. And then I got takeout that night and I got the fortune and I sent it to her and I said, oh my gosh, this is totally about the band we were talking about pulling together. And then we had a moment of what if that is the band?
For like a couple days, and then just said like, how do you actually? Oh no, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of had a conversation with myself. I was like, wait, this is about the band, and then I was like, wait, that is the band.
Yeah.
So we had a band name before we had all the members.
I
Yeah.
wonder, is that how it normally works? It's not, is it?
No, I feel like usually you get the group together and you jam a bit and then come up with a name, but
Jess is
this one was
ambitious.
just no, it came to us.
How did the rest of the band join?
You guys here, you can.
So I knew Jess and Grace through like the Vogue charity fashion show. And then I think, did you just ask me? And you were like, do you want to do it? And I was like, okay, like, yeah, I do.
And then in terms, like I know Jess and Aaliyah, just from Queens and stuff, and I met Grace through that. And then Nalin, I met at the beginning of the year, and when we were looking for a drummer, at the beginning we wanted to be an all-women band. Then we were looking for drummers, and that was kind of hard. And then I just remembered that
Compromises.
Yeah, I remember that Nalin, my dear friend, was a fantastic drummer, and we all loved his vibe. So, yeah.
He's the honorary woman in your band now, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
He's good energy, so
He
we
gets
like
it.
Female energy.
Yeah, I remember Jess just showing me a playlist and listening to a few songs, and then I was like, I'm in. Sounds fun.
I do want to talk about the sound as well, because you guys, like you just talked about a little bit over there, you're a busy band. Like there's some of you are in the Queen's Album Club. You're also the president of the club, aren't you?
You
President
were
of it.
co-presidents. Yeah,
Co-president.
Jess and I.
Yeah. So there's Queen's Album Club. There's the Vogue charity fashion show. And you guys played at the Muse mini desk. So you're involved in all of that stuff. And when we spoke to you for the album club, we got a slight sense into some of the music that you guys like, which maybe comes through in the influences and stuff like that. There was a lot of 80s stuff going on. We heard some New Order, some Smiths on air when you guys dropped by. So just take me through what you want the band to sound like. What are your influences?
Oh boy. I think it's a mixed bag. We all listen to a variety of things, and I think that comes through. There's not one specific genre or vision. We kind of just get in a room and play together, and if we like how it sounds, then we keep going in that direction.
Yeah, it's mostly when we're jamming, somebody will just suggest a song and we'll riff off of that. But yeah, it does turn out to be more 80s or very indie rock. We also really want our audience to love what we're playing as well. So we try to incorporate a couple songs where we know people can sing and dance to and have fun, as much fun as we're having.
I definitely hear a bit of the 80s, a bit of the zeros, and then just like that kind of like that softer, slightly weirder bend of indie that I think is maybe missing in the Queen's scene a little bit.
Ooh, thanks. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of what we were talking about. One of our songs has a bit of like Mazzy Star influence for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was the first song that we actually played together?
Yeah, we played Fade Into You.
Fade Into You is the first song that we all learned together as a group.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god,
it so was.
years ago.
So cute for us.
And I remember you played that one because I saw you at the Muse Mini Desk show and it went down so well. Like people were kind of just like losing their minds over it.
Well, we did. Fade Into You was music-y.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
people
was it
loved
music-y?
it there, with the slide. The chill one at Muse Mini Desk was Season of the Witch, and that was the one that people were really Like, and because I feel like, a lot of the mansion shows, like you were saying with the student bands, we have a lot of great high energy stuff, and there's not always those like slower, softer indie songs. So it's kind of nice to have those.
We still did bring in like Brazil by Declan McKenna and like Black Sheep is like our Scott Pilgrim moment. But yeah, definitely we want to take our listeners on a journey up and down.
And Season of the Witch is a song that you started today with as well. And I love that slightly, theatrical bend that you bring into it, because a lot of bands will show up on stage, start playing, they'll forget to introduce themselves. But you guys come on, you get every member in, you have the musical introduction.
Yeah, the band kind of like teased me for this a little bit, like out of love, but I would tell them like, guys, we need to practice our intros. Yeah, and I would practice like the little interludes, like, remembering to thank the club that we're there with. Because I hate when you had a show and the band looks uncomfortable between the songs. Like, no, chat with the audience, have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the transitions are super important, and it's like really cool that you pay attention to that. But let's talk about the first song you're playing, because we've talked about all the covers and the influences, but what you're playing today here now is all originals.
Other than Season of the Witch.
Other than Season of the Witch, but now it's all originals.
As much as I want to take credit for writing that one, I wish I did, but I didn't.
You had me for a good 5 minutes.
Okay, let's talk about the first song you're playing.
Yeah.
So that was Runaway Deal was our first one. We did play that one at Music Movement at the Baby Grand was that like a week and a half ago? And yeah, that one was the first original that we wrote, and I think we really just connected with it. And yeah.
The big challenge there was they know that I write a lot of songs on my own, and they're often sad songs. So I just like locked myself in my room, and I was like, I need to write some verses and maybe a chorus that aren't sad, and then pitch it to the band and see what happens. So that was the goal there.
I remember when you first pitched it, it was I thought it was an actual professional song. Not that it's not, but I thought it sounded just like already like it was the first run, but it was already there.
Thanks. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But also the Baby Grand is a slightly different vibe from something like the Mansion. So then how do you kind of match the air? I won't even call it the energy, because at that point it's like there's an air, there's a presence that you guys have to then match. So how do you prepare for a show like that?
Do you want to answer this one?
I think with the Baby Grand, at least, the Music Movement, it was like a charity concert, and it was just so many different acts. Like, you had like 5 girls on ukuleles, then you had us, then you had like a metalish band, and then you had like just like some Phoebe Bridgers. So I think in terms of like kind of establishing a presence, like we just kind of get the vibe. Like, and also when we practice, like in like QMC or whatever, we will like all face one way, like we're like the audience is right there, yeah. And then like Jess will do like the intros and stuff like that, and we practice like that, and I think we kind of tailor that based on where we're performing.
And also, I don't know if it was because it was one of our latest shows, but the Music Movement just felt a lot more natural to me than the Mansion. I think it also just like was the most accurate representation of our vibe, our genre. It was really fun.
Like for our like first show, Muse Mini Desk, like I was so nervous, but by the time we got to like Music Movement, I was chilling.
Locked in.
We were locked in. My hands weren't shaking anymore. Like I was fine.
Yeah,
That's growth.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we felt ready for it, and I think that showed.
Yeah.
And people can now hear it today on CFRC.
They can. How exciting.
Runaway Deal.
Time warp city, old shoes, new eyes, same moves, holding down an empty ruse. Won't play, can't lose.
Runaway Deal. We are a business venture here with CFRC 101.9.
That was lovely. You guys are really getting the hang of being at the station and playing the stuff live and everything. So that was your first song, Runaway Deal, the first song that you guys wrote. And moving on to the other originals that you wrote, the second one really has a story behind it, right? Like, it was one of those songs. We've had this thing before where bands will come in and they'll be like, okay, we need to write a song to get through the session. And so we had like Rev Z come in last semester, and I think at one point they had a song that was like mailed to their guitarist, like an idea was mailed to their guitarist 30 minutes before the show started, before the set, and then they kind of just like did it. So I feel like that's the vibe of live sessions. So tell me about how this song came about.
Yeah, a little bit. Call Me Back is the second song, and this CFRC session was kind of my way to sneak a sad song into the business venture set, because I was like, I know that we don't want to do any of like the sad ones that I've wrote, but this is coming up and we need originals, so we kind of got to slide that in. But then as we got working on it together, I think it became more of like easy listening and less sad, and you could hear more of that Mazzy Star influence. And once we added the slide guitar, I think it really came together.
Love the slide.
Slide it in.
So thank you, CFRC, for pushing us to get some songs done.
Always here to enable business ventures country era.
Yeah.
Steel guitar win.
I mean, when we first started, Jess started singing a song. We go, "Oh, Jess, that's brutal. That's so sad." And I was like, "Are you okay?" And then now that we've tailored it to our taste, I think it's such a beautiful song. I really like that one. And really how we've been building our songs, Jess will come with her idea, she'll play it once, and then we'll just keep on playing it through. Each person's just building their part right there and tweaking it. So it's really just each of our styles melding into each of the songs that we play, which I think is really beautiful.
I thought that one was interesting as well, because we were discussing the order that we think we should play the songs today. And I remember Kate said we should do this one either first or last, right? End on a sad one or start on a sad one. But then we thought otherwise. Was that it?
Yeah, we wanted to do it in the middle.
We like that dip.
Yeah.
That like everyone's focused now.
Well, now they know what's coming a little bit for the third song. A
Yeah.
little bit of a rise there.
Everyone can stop crying.
So I love that this is a properly collaborative like thing, because you write the song and then the rest of the band builds on just like the lyrics or the ideas, and then you kind of work into where that fits in your set list as well, including today on the sessions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really fun to all work together.
Okay, so should we listen to that song right now?
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
I've been loved by few, seen by many. The crown I wear ain't all that heavy. My congregated miseries knock at the door. Stains on my shirt you can't ignore. Call me back. Call me back. knock me down. We're at bottom rock. Call me back. Call me back. Just call me back.
Okay, so that was Call Me Back. We are Business Venture on CFRC 101.9.
Wonderful. You guys are really getting the hang of it. So you guys have a show coming up. Let's quickly talk about that as well. You're going to be playing on the 4th of April next week, and that's a show for a Queen's Club again. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so Muse Magazine is like basically every semester they release a print edition of their magazine. So that has like an entertainment section, fashion section, lifestyle section, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, like Queen's student writers will like pitch, and it's just so beautiful. And then they have a cake at the launch party with the cover on it. It's so special. So yeah, so I do head of music stuff for Muse, and they were just like, does Business Venture want to open for the Brightsides at the launch party? And I said, yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Sounds like a deal.
So where can people get tickets and stuff for that? Because by the time they listen to this, it's actually going to be the day off the show.
Okay. So it'll probably be musemagazine.com or on the Muse Magazine Instagram. I think it's Muse X Queens.
Yes, Muse X Queens.
Muse X Queens, right? Yeah, they'll definitely have the ticket link in the bio.
And this one's again at the mansion?
Yeah, at the mansion.
Okay, so it's homecoming for you guys.
Yes, it is.
Like your first big gig and also your last
Full
big
circle.
gig.
I know. Oh.
It's hard to believe it's next week also.
I
So
know.
sad.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, next week is April.
Yeah, I think we brought ourselves up. We got to do some fun gigs, and now we're all graduating, or most of us are graduating.
So what's the vibe like? Are you guys like planning something special for the show as like a farewell show kind of thing?
That might be an idea.
Yeah, good idea. I think there will be a fun feature, hopefully.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. We might have a little surprise for you all.
But maybe you'll have to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, all good reasons for people to show up for that show for. But, you know, we've been talking about Muse, VCFS, music movement, Queen's Album Club, all that stuff. You guys are super involved in the Queen's scene, and a lot of these clubs have got involved with music and like shows. So I want to ask about your experience of like the Queen's music scene, the Kingston music scene as a broader thing as well, if you've kind of had a chance to dip into that, because I know you've done the Musiki shows. You've stood in front of the local Kingston crowds too.
I think Kingston is a really fantastic town for music. That's part of why I'm staying. I'm still going to try to do some stuff this summer as a solo performer, even after my heart breaks when the band breaks up and everybody moves away. But I found the scene has been really welcoming, and we've met so many cool people. We've made friends in various bands, especially through Vogue. We got to meet a lot of musicians, but really any club that any of us have been a part of, we've met people. And even in the broader Kingston scene, I've met some local musicians, and I've been so impressed with the talent and also just the kindness and approachability of the people at these gigs. They're so fantastic.
That's for sure. And I love that, like, with a band like you guys coming out as well, we're seeing a lot more kind of like the indie bands who are not necessarily just like 4-guy engineers. So we're seeing a lot of the like...
Yeah, interesting.
So I feel like you guys fit in and play like a really important part in that scene too.
Thank you. Yeah, that was part of the intention with creating the band. I spent a lot of time at Queen's hoping like, oh, maybe like at some point I'll join a band or maybe something will happen. And I went to a battle of the bands. And
The Halloween one?
yeah, yeah, and it was great. All the bands did fantastic. I had so much fun. But I did notice that it was overwhelmingly male musicians, and I realized that I knew so many female musicians, especially through Vogue, and I knew Kate, and I was like, why don't we just make a band? Let's make it happen.
Someone has to begin.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to just do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we had a lot of people coming up after our shows and saying how much they appreciated that we were there, and just being able to express our music taste, or play music, and it's great.
And I feel like that's an important thing as well, because like you've kind of kick-started things, and then hopefully when like Queen's bands and stuff come back in September, maybe we'll see a lot more of it come out, and then we'll have to like pin the credit onto Business Venture, like you're the godmothers of the Queen scene or whatever.
I don't think we're the first ones to do it, but yeah. I'll still be around, so I'll find ways to get on stage somehow.
You better.
But you're going to be playing one last song for us today before we close this set. So thank you guys for dropping by, first of all. And let's talk about that last song, because there are some stories in there.
Yeah, there is. And thank you for having us. The last song is called This Is It. There's kind of Kate's already shaking her head. There's kind of a funny story here. Do you want to explain part of where the title came from?
I would love to. So basically, we were practicing "Take Me Out" by Franz Ferdinand. It's a very tricky song, and every time I would want to play "Take Me Out," I would say, "We have to play This Is It. We have to play This Is It right now." And I think in my mind, I thought that was "Is This It" by The Strokes, but it was also "Take Me Out." So Jess would always be like, "What are you talking about? There's no song called This Is It." I go, "No, I mean, is this it? No, I mean, take me out."
And that interaction happened enough times that I was like, okay, I will write you a song called This Is It. And then I have this really bad habit of, or maybe it's just the process, but I write like a verse or two and a chorus and then just kind of abandon it in my notes app to die. And as I was scrolling through, I found one and I was like, wait, that would kind of make sense as a bridge. Like that, I kind of see the direction of the song. So yeah. It was a collaborative effort. She was my inspiration there.
Oh, thank you, Jess.
To finish the
song. Our last song in the set. I think this is it. We're done.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of an angrier one. A little bit of punch to it.
Oh, it's definitely. I think it's my favorite one. It's 100%. So fun.
Oh my gosh,
it's so fun.
It is. Really
I love it. It is a good one.
I love how Jess screams. Like, the punkier side of me, like, it warms my heart.
It's not even like screaming. It's just like loud singing as my face gradually gets redder. Yeah.
I heard some Depeche Mode in there in your vocals.
Okay.
That's funny you say that. I listened to a lot of them this past fall, so maybe just
crept right in.
Yeah. Just deep buried in my subconscious.
Amazing. So for the remainder of like the next month, where can people find you guys online? Because I'm sure they've been intrigued by watching this session and they want to keep up with you guys.
Okay, Instagram. At business_venture_band. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Business Venture, thank you guys so much for dropping by. And we're going to go out with one last song. This is it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You excited.